to find the gift, and we often say this, and we've said it in a podcast before, but there is no better meaning than to say it today, is like find the gift in what's in front of you. Find the gift even in something that you don't think that there's a gift. This is Vivian Villacis.
And this is Raul Villacis.
Welcome to the God, Money, and Purpose podcast.
Welcome to the God, Money, and Purpose podcast. My name is Raul Villacis, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Yes, Vivian Villacis. We're excited to welcome you to this special edition.
Today's Christmas. Today's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, and we're celebrating in our home. So this is recorded here in our house, and we wanted to share the gift of being here together with you.
Yes, we're so excited. We're so excited about this because we did not want to come and do this podcast just because it's a holiday. You know, we still want to show up for you. And if you're listening to this, Raul and I have some beautiful insights as to really what the holidays are for us, and maybe even what this season means to us. And I know sometimes we tend to lose focus of really what is the true meaning of it. And maybe even like we think about like the holidays, but not necessarily just the holidays, but what is the true meaning for me of life and of love and of God and like everything that we have. Sometimes we tend to lose focus.
Now remember, we have to go through stages, right? So I remember the stages we were in when we were dating, and I remember working for, I think it was like 1 month straight to buy you a Christmas present, you know, and I bought you this necklace that said Raul and Vivian. Yes. You look like a rapper. You know,
I still have it. I still have the necklace. I should have wore it if you were going to tell that story. But...
You know, and I think it's a beautiful thing that, that we focus on giving, right? And we focus on giving and the meaning of giving gifts and exchanging gifts. And I think that a lot of us, what we do is we fall into the trap of now I have to get you a gift. Now I have to buy you this. And I think that as we grow older and we go to different stages, we realize that the material gifts are no longer the main focus of the holidays. But at the beginning, they were. So you might be listening to this podcast and you're at the stage that, you know, you're just dating each other and the gifts are important. But I think that as you grow older in your relationship, you start realizing that there are different meanings to the gifts. The gifts don't come just in objects.
So then I also have the other side of like when I'm teaching women, because I've been so blessed that I get to teach this amazing queens. And one of the biggest challenges for us is like when we are receiving gifts, it's almost like we're not, you know, for some of us, we feel like we're not worthy of that gift. So we don't take it with the sense of like, well, thank you. You know, like now that you say the story about the necklace, it was such a beautiful token of our love, and it was something that you worked hard for, and I felt the love and I received it fully. But then fast forward, you know, us being married in this 21 years of gifts that you've given me that I did not feel worthy of receiving because of whatever situation that I was going on in my life, that it was like I felt like it was too much. Or like, you know, if I remember one year you gave me this beautiful diamond pendant, and I remember opening the gift, and actually your sister had ordered it for you, and she had it,
and I gave it to her
to hold it, right? So I wouldn't see it. And I remember clearly when I opened that box, and it was this beautiful, it was kind of like the first diamond necklace that I received, and me opening it up and just feeling like, I don't think I'm worthy of all of this. Like I don't think I'm worthy of like this, because I knew how much it would cost. So then here's this other side of receiving a gift. It's like, it's this battle of knowing that people like go through a lot to think of the gift, to find the gift, to give you the gift. And from the person that's receiving, also learning to know that it's something generous for us to learn to receive the gift. And sometimes that we don't feel worthy of that. And, you know, that's just like the material thing. And now I'm just thinking of like now where I am in my life, and a lot of the women that I've spoken to in this couple of weeks is like we receive a lot of gifts from life, from God, from our husbands, from our kids, and sometimes we don't really take the notice of what the gift really is. Like, what does the, like if you start to think about it, especially this holiday season, it's like somebody's giving you a gift. They've taken the time, their energy, their money to actually find that gift for you. And I know like now when I receive a gift, I am so in tuned and I bring so much awareness of the like, what was the gift? How was it wrapped? How was it given? So I put the same energy and love and intention when I gift someone that gift.
So now you're thinking about that, a lot of what comes to my mind is how many times we receive gifts and we don't feel like we're worthy. If I look at, God looking down at us and saying, hey, man, I'm giving you so many gifts, your gifts of skills, the gift of, your business, the gift of your family, but sometimes we don't feel worthy of receiving this gift. So I think that as this holiday season unfolds, we have to be present to the true gifts that we've gotten. I mean, the material gifts are not necessarily the reality. We just gone through COVID. We just went through a year that's tested every single side of our lives. And now more than ever, we have to realize that the gift that God has given us with health, the gift of being able to impact people, that is the truest gift of Him giving His Son. And, and I don't want to get religious in here, but at the same time, it's like, that's the gift. If we want to get real with what Christmas is, we're receiving the opportunity for us to live. We're receiving the opportunity for us to be reborn and rebirthed through this holy Son that came to pay the price for us. I mean, that's the ultimate gift. That's the ultimate sacrifice. It's the ultimate thing that we have to celebrate. So today, as you unfold this, don't get caught up on just the material things, that what you got and we didn't get, what because that was me. Christmas for me was a stressful time for a long time.
For me too. I didn't like it. I
used to shop. I mean, I still probably a couple of years ago, I've done like the last minute shoppings, and I still done last minute shopping. If it wasn't for COVID, I probably would have been doing shopping today, that's until the last minute.
And that's also then you have to realize like that's the part of like how loving you are in giving gifts. Like that's kind of like your love language, like you love to give gifts, right? And it doesn't matter how or what time it is, you still go get it. So I do like the fact that you say that, but just don't get caught up in an actual tangible material gift. I think that as we grow older, especially in this season of COVID, as we learn to appreciate like the real things in life, and yes, us girls love gifts, and I'm helping Santa this year get my own gift. But, just learning to appreciate and to really be in tune with what is a great gift and that's a good question to ask. What is a great gift that you've actually gotten this year that it wasn't wrapped with a beautiful bow and this beautiful paper, but it was actually given to you? And, for me, this whole season has been just a season of taking care of myself and the awareness of health. And health has a whole array of things. And it's, just the health of how I take care of my body, how I take care of, my family, even how I take care of like my dog, everything that we eat, everything that we say, everything that we put into our minds and our body and our soul is not just necessarily like the health of the food, but also like the spiritual food.
I did a daily edge the other day, sent it to my clients, telling them that, as we get closer to this holiday season, and we, as men, we have to buy all this kind of shit that we have to buy because that's what we feel our significance, right? I'm not gonna rob you from experiencing that for your family. Yes. But at the same time, we have to also be willing to realize that every single day, if we're not wrapping the gift of life every day, and we're just waiting for Christmas to be able to do that, we're missing 364 days of gifts that we get to focus on the one day that we're gonna open up the gifts. Yes. So I want to encourage you, if you listen to this, to just open up the gift every single day. To realize that God is giving you a gift of breathing, a gift of being alive, the gift of you increasing your capacity to learn something new, a skill. 2021, people are so eager for 2020 to end that I think that we have to go with the same energy in 2021 as we end 2020, with hope, with a vision. Learn new things. Things are not gonna solve by themselves. Like, continue to unwrap your gifts every single day for the entire 2021, and even the gifts that you don't want. Even the gifts that sometimes it feels like, man, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. You know, I want to return this. Some of the biggest insights that I've gotten in my life, and especially this year, are things that I didn't want in life. Like I didn't want to struggle this year with health. I didn't want my wife to struggle this year with health. I didn't want my kids to struggle. But then at the end, that humbled me and that gave me more faith. And I realized that made me get closer with God. And then God humbled me at the end, asking me, why do you want to live? Why do you want me to heal you? Why do you want me to heal your family? And that's the moment I realized that every single moment that I was at my lowest, God was giving me the gift of pain. And if I wouldn't be able to celebrate the scriptures unless I had that experience of pain with such joy, with such happiness to know that you're healthy, the kids are healthy. You know, we've gone through, you know, a year of awakening. And if this year didn't wake you up, I don't know what's gonna wake you up.
No, and it's funny you say it like that, because a lot of the times, like if you were to get that gift, a gift of pain, like you would just look at it and not want to pick it up, you know. And really, it's so beautiful the way that you say it. But yes, we do encourage you to look at the gifts that you have, and to find the gift. And we often say this, and we've said it in our podcast before, but there is no better meaning than to say it today, is like find the gift in what's in front of you. Find the gift even in something that you don't think that there's a gift.
And be grateful. Be grateful, because as we continue to move into this new year, the new decade that we're going into, just realize that whatever didn't break you is making you stronger. That right now your faith has to be the strongest that it has ever been. Your health has to be your main focus as we go into this vaccination with COVID. You're focused on your vision and realizing that the market needs men and women who want to lead with purpose. That's all the gifts that we have to unwrap every single day, that we have health, that we have the capacity. And you know, I tell my clients all the time, like, don't worry about the money that maybe we don't have. That we focus so much on, like, I need money. You know, I know this podcast is got money on purpose, but money will come if you have God and you have purpose in your life.
The money will come when there's a true alignment of what makes you happy. And then what better way than for the money to come with something that you love doing, right?
Yeah, sometimes you have to work your ass off to make sure that you provide for your family, but at the end, your family will see it. Just like I did, I worked for 1 month to buy you one Christmas present, but we're still talking about it like 20 plus years later, because that's the ethic that I had to find and I had to learn at a young age to be able to deliver now in my later years.
And I still have the necklace. I'm going to look for it and then hopefully take a picture or something and send it and add it to this podcast.
Beautiful. So Merry Christmas. Have an amazing
Happy holidays
with your family. Don't get caught up on the presents. Don't get caught up on what you didn't buy, you didn't give. Just know that every single day you have the gift of life. You have the gift of God working through you. And life is giving you every single day exactly what you need to level up and lead. What an amazing day. Learn it, live it, experience it.
Love life.
If you receive any value from this conversation, comment, subscribe, and share as we continue to impact more people and take it to the next level.
And please send us your comments and questions so we could answer them in the next podcast.
See you in the next episode.